Yeah, we gonna get on y'all fake ass Kang, y'all Burger King with the extra paper hat crown that comes in the bag, the cheap crown that comes in the bag. You know, the crown that tears at the seams when you get it gets a little bit moist. The paper crown king, the one y'all worship, the one y'all think is the goat, cause y'all lack discernment and basic common sense when it comes to sports, the game of the NBA, basketball as a whole. And a lot of y'all don't see how it has descended into irrelevancy. And it's all because y'all Kang, the man y'all worship, the one of which the game was rigged in his favor. And I don't mean necessarily on the court, even though that can be argued also. But we just talking about the machine, the behind the scenes puppeteering from the piper that y'all call LeBron James. Apparently, see, this is just now leaking out. Apparently, back in September, when people had, I guess, ballots, mostly people in the media, um, get these ballots to vote for who they think should be the MVP. Apparently, LeBron and his agency decides to call around and try to coerce people into voting for LeBron James, which is ironic because I thought you was the GOAT. Why would you need to solicit media members for votes in order for you to be the MVP? I thought you was the GOAT. Now you more like a Giro. That's what you is. But let's get to it. Let's read some of this because it's starting to leak out now. So apparently he reached out to Rick Bucher to try to get him to vote in his favor. Or I'm not gonna say his agency, Clutch Sports. You know, they got their tentacles all around the NBA, especially in these independent spaces. You got guys like Gilbert Arenas running around carrying water for LeBron, and you know damn well the purpose he doing it for is strictly business purposes, and it's blatantly obvious. I mean, I understand it. I mean, business is business, but at some point, come on, dog. What you doing over there? So basically, and this is a comment from Rick Bucher. He's not even the MVP of his team. NBA analyst claims Clutch Sports contacted him soliciting an MVP vote for LeBron James. Oh my goodness, how surprised am I this is going on? As any superstar does, LeBron James has his share of doubters in the league. However, FS1 NBA analyst Rick Bucher is adding more fuel to the fire, claiming that Clutch Sports is trying to influence him to vote for the Los Angeles Lakers superstar as league MVP. I'm just now seeing this. Now, I don't know if somebody else might have touched on this later last year when it happened, but it seems like more of it is leaking out now. But if I'm late, then I'm just late. I just find this, I just want to talk about this because I find it's interesting and it's not surprising at all. So, where was I? What was let me start over. However, FS1 NBA analyst Rick Bucher is adding more fuel to the fire, claiming that Clutch Sports is trying to influence him to vote for the Los Angeles Lakers superstar as league MVP. An alleged audio leak involving Bucher has resurfaced, sparking fan speculation about the role of sports agencies, particularly Rich Paul's firm, in influencing the outcome of the association's individual award decisions. And it's been a lot of this backbiting between Rich Paul, Maverick, everybody in LeBron's camp, you know, because this ain't the only thing they be soliciting for. They make sure to pad the stats for the All-Star game, making it appear he's getting more votes than he's actually getting. Then you got this. See, as far as the MVP voting is concerned, this doesn't surprise me at all. This falls right in line to what's been going on for the past decade plus regarding LeBron James and his antics and his politicking behind the scenes, backstabbing his teammates, smiling in their face, and then as soon as they turn around, hey, yo, we did trade him. Wait a minute, you the one wanted to trade him to the Lakers. You the one who was campaigning for him. Now as soon as he turned around, you gonna push him out the door? And I'm willing to bet you those comments that Anthony Davis made, even though it was a tongue-in-cheek kind of a Peter Griffin ha-ha type comment, and he was basically like, yeah, he broke the all-time scoring as far as most 30-point games. He broke Michael Jordan's record, but hey, it took him 7 more years to do it. And he said it as a joke and jab at LeBron, but he meant that shit because everybody saw that. Everybody know, like, okay, you breaking all these records. I mean, mathematically speaking, aren't you supposed to if you playing this long? And a lot of people want to give him credit for longevity and stuff like that. Okay, cool. All you longevity toe jam samplers, because y'all can't go a day without licking the toe jam out of his toes. Keep that same energy when it comes down the pike, down the line, because I'm going to keep bringing it up till the cows come home. There's a reason he hasn't responded to K.O. Sonnen. There's a reason. If you can respond to things that are less serious, less damaging to your reputation, to your brand that you've built, your career, the reflection of you, as far as you and your legendary status as an NBA player, things that don't even affect that at all, things that are minuscule, minute, not even worth responding to. If you're willing to respond to those things, then something that can blatantly destroy your career and your legacy, if you have nothing to say about that, that leads me to believe there must be something true about what K.O. Sonnen is saying. Because you won't say anything to him. You see, unlike Kevin Garnett, who waffles back and forth, you might have some say over Kevin Garnett as far as business opportunities and things like that. You might still be able to blackball him. But you can't play that same game with Chael Sonnen. And he probably wants you to try it so he can spill all the things that he know. And then next thing you know, it'll be the same as Jose Canseco's situation. And then all of y'all will be on Capitol Hill under oath. And I dare you to lie it in, LeBron. Now, until everything comes out right now, we'll just say allegedly. But it looks and smells really fishy right now. It smells like a fish market in the NBA right now. Now, I don't want to hear all of that. Well, he spends millions of dollars on his body every year, of course, and blah, blah, this and that. Come on, bruh. You mean to tell me all of these multi-million-dollar athletes who are making the most money now that they've ever made in the history of the NBA, you mean to tell me they can't afford to spend millions of dollars on their body too? For longevity purposes? And really, if you really think about it, for the longest time, LeBron wasn't getting injuries. He wasn't getting hurt like that. Then people started talking about it like, man, he's, not only is he playing a long time, he doesn't get injured. But ironically still, very rarely ever played 82 game seasons. See, it doesn't add up in this era that y'all talking about. Talking about it's the most athletic and the most, these players can do more than any player in the history of the NBA. Is just, oh my God, they're just so athletic. And what are you comparing it to? Where's your point of reference? And right here is another example of the machine working on behalf of LeBron James, trying to work behind the scenes and politic his way into another situation where he's getting more attention because he's just like a woman in that aspect. Just addicted to attention. Just I just need it's like a drug to him. But all right, let me keep going. I know I went on a tangent right then and there, but it need to be said. This dude is fraudulent, and I don't care what you say. Yeah, he's a good basketball player. He's a great basketball player. I give him that. But all this extra BS that he be doing and behind the scenes politicking and trying to tilt the scale in his favor, nah. Because if you really that great, you ain't got to do that shit. Your game speaks for itself. But the reason you have to tilt the scale and you have to tilt everything in your favor because you're really not that dude, and you know you ain't that dude. That's why it took you so long to break these records. These records of Michael Jordan, who only played 13 years. You going on your 22nd season and still just now breaking his records. What does that say about you? Maybe you ain't as great as you think you are. I was actually shocked that I got a text or an email from the Clutch agency that was promoting LeBron James for MVP, said Bucher. In the audio, I was like, wait a minute. He's not even MVP of his team. That's a fact. This team doesn't have the record that it has. Isn't where it is. Isn't the dangerous opponent that it is without Anthony Davis being healthy. And that's another fact right there. The LeBron fans, the Diddy Oil dancers, just go out of their way to just dismiss all the contributions of Anthony Davis, knowing damn well if Anthony Davis wasn't on the Lakers, wasn't performing the way he performs when he's healthy. And lately he's been healthy a lot more the last couple years than at any point in his career. Now, if he wasn't healthy and he wasn't able to play, LeBron can't carry the team like that. If LeBron is the best player on your team sucks. But see, they want to shit on Anthony Davis at every turn. They better respect the brow. Because if one day he'd be like, you know what, I think I'm good. You know, I want to be traded. And the way LeBron moving, he might not even have to ask for a trade. LeBron might stab him in the back anyway. So maybe AD should go somewhere else. Because, you ain't going to be appreciated there. You're not going to be appreciated at all. Anybody that watched basketball, you know, when you watch the Lakers, that is Anthony Davis's team. But LeBron wants all the attention to himself. And all his fans just sniffing right up behind him. Well, LeBron don't need toilet paper. His fans wipe his ass for him. Although the audio is pretty telling, it left out very important parts. He did mention when or what season that was. So it could just be any of the years that LeBron wore purple and gold. However, let's put our detective hats on and dig deeper. Well, yeah, let's do that. Yeah. What year was Rick Bucher talking about? The four-time MVP decided to take his talents to Tinseltown in the summer of 2018. Anthony Davis was still a Pelican around this time. So that couldn't be it. The Lakers acquired AD with a king's ransom of young talent and picks in 2019. So their first full partnership was in the 2019-2020 season that ended in a bubble championship. And that was all AD right there. That bubble chip, of which I don't respect anyway, but it is what it is. It's highly possible that Bucher was talking about this particular season for one reason. LeBron was actually in the mix for the Michael Jordan Trophy in 2020. The King placed second behind Giannis Antetokounmpo in the MVP voting, with James Harden, Luka Doncic, and Kawhi Leonard rounding out the top five. Bron never got closer than 10th in any other year after that. That's what's burning them up. I know that burned them up. As controversial as the alleged Bucher expose was, the four-time champion had all the merit to be in the conversation. That was the season he played point guard full-time and led the league in assists, 10.2 in year 17. See, they want to keep bringing up how many years he plays until he's not running back down on defense, and then they be like, oh, well, it's his 22nd year. You can't expect him to play defense too. But he got all this energy on offense. I mean, which one is it? I mean, if that's the case, then maybe he shouldn't start. Maybe he should come off the bench. If he's too tired to play defense, too tired to play both ends of the court, or, maybe you should sit your old ass down somewhere. LeBron, LeBum, LeBrick. At this point in his career, LBJ has nothing to prove. Yes, he do. He want to prove that he still need that attention. That attention is like a drug. That's like heroin. He need his fix. It doesn't matter if many consider him the GOAT or not. He is definitely sitting at the table. No, he ain't. Because this is another thing that I don't like. And I'm going to leave a link to this article in the description box. You guys can check it out for yourself. This is another thing I don't like. They always conveniently try to scoot Kobe away from the table and put LeBron there. How fucking disrespectful that is. And they do it all the time. And these loser LeBron fans who just read stat sheets and look at clips on YouTube or wherever they find it, they don't even watch actual games. And those are the same people that want to say, oh, this is the most athletic era ever. Then when we mention how the rule changes is why this game is the way it is right now, they don't want to hear it. Oh, what you guys talking about? Oh, you an old head. You don't know what you talking about. So reality is not something that y'all willing to even live in. You can't even look at a player too long without getting a technical foul and an ejection in today's NBA. Even Adam Silver said the rule changes. Oh, I want it to be more free flowing so guys like Steph Curry can just. And that's a bullshit ass excuse. Because the rules were still the way they were in the 90s, there's nothing that would prevent Steph Curry from hitting the gym and getting stronger so he could still move around and hit his shots and do what he need to do. But see, this era is so soft, wet toilet paperish. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to even wrap their brain around that. And this is why LeBron is not a GOAT. He's a perpetual loser and a backstabber, and his agency running around, running interference everywhere. Y'all day is coming because it's going to be discovered what you guys been doing over the years. And then people will really start taking a look at LeBron's so-called legacy and where he actually stands. And that's gonna be the day that I'm just gonna light up a cigar, give me a smoke, get my sip on, and enjoy the fireworks. Because, like everything else, what was done in the dark will come to light. So that's all I got for y'all right now. Yo, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. Shy Out of Town Sports. And I'm out.